So we're going to get a battle in this incredible mod, guys. It's going to be in the region of Beneventum, and this is early on in the history of the Republic. We are being led by Decimus Sextilis Rufus, and you can see we're facing the Cyclops Slayers, an Imperan force with a bunch of their actual allies here from the Samnite League. So this is going to be Rome against the Samnite League. We are badly outnumbered, but let's see if we can't come out on top. We've got some early Hastati, some Principes, some Triarii, and even mercenaries here from Italy. Let's see how it goes.
And all Rome are upon us today. We must make them proud that we are their defenders.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Watching. Make sure they are not ashamed.
Alright, guys, so it looks like the enemy's going to be coming directly down the hill at us. That's not particularly good for us. But let's take a look here at the actual early look that the mod allows, and I love this. Of course, individual shields. We've got the Hastati here. These were, of course, still citizens that did have money, but not nearly as much money as the Triarii or the Principes. The Triarii are the best of our warriors in terms of at least their outfitting, their armor, their spears, and as you can see, they actually look almost Greek. Early on, the Romans did use, of course, you know, phalanxes, things like this. It was only later with, of course, the different reforms of Marius, and slightly before, where they really started using more of a different approach here with Hastati, Principes, etc., to really get in there with the Gladius and do some damage. So let's see how we do against these barbarians. I must say I'm quite terrified. We'll get back here when the action begins. And look at this, we've already got the enemy attacking. They've got elephants as well. Looks like they were wise enough to attack our left flank, since that's where we were hiding our cavalry. So the AI is definitely nothing to shake a stick at here in this particular DLC. Now I'm going to go straight, or excuse me, this particular mod. I'm going to go straight for that cavalry. I'm going to see if my Equites Campagne can't wipe them out. They're kind of a step above standard Equites, and hopefully we can do enough damage here to drive them off, but I can't promise you that. In fact, I might even have to bring the general up here. I'm going to go ahead and rally and inspire our troops, and then, yes, I am going to hit the pause button. I think we've confirmed in earlier Total War videos that that's not cheating, because we would be ordering these guys to do this pretty much as a group, as a unit. So I'm going to go straight this way. I'm going to assist my men over here, and let's just go straight for their throats. That's it, man. We must come out on top. I'm, of course, going to send in our epic, and I mean epic mercenaries. These guys are probably better than all the troops we have on the field. We'll also send in the Hastati, and with this cavalry unit, I'm going to get up here, but I am worried that there could be enemy cav. Let's just see how it goes. Let's also get the Triarii into battle, specifically against those elephants. Those elephants are going to drive our men mad. So we're going to try to get to the elephants. And are we winning the cavalry fight here? I think we barely are. Yes, they're running. Got the enemy running. We're going to try to get a flank attack on the cavalry. Don't worry about the damn general right now. Of course, he's under attack. We got elephants. Alright, let's actually knock out the, while we're here, we'll knock out some of their missile units, or at least get them to run, and then I'm going straight for the super heavy elephants here, where I believe maybe even the leader of the enemies is. Spear them. They are bleeding pretty badly, but of course that doesn't make me feel any better here. Alright, let's send in the rest of our boys, and look at this. Enemy is taking on phalanx tactics, as we can see. They're actually starting to deploy the phalanx here. They know how to face us. They know what they're trying to do. What we're going to try to accomplish is to get a flank attack. Talk about a bloody battlefield. Triarii. Alright, let's go ahead, help our boys out here, and then they could, of course, support the attack on this area. Roma. Now, the cavalry charges on this particular mod are very realistic in that they don't necessarily immediately break. the enemy unit. It doesn't work like that. So you might actually have to pull back and do a few cavalry charges before you really get the full effect. And I like that. I think that's great. Send in the spearmen against their damn elephants. Come on, boys. Looks like the general was kind of hanging back, but we need him right on the job here. See how that cavalry's doing? So we can see here that the enemy spear infantry is doing a great job holding us off. Now, if you guys enjoy me getting up close and personal like this, please do let me know in the comments down below, and we'll do this more often. Obviously, if you want to see some more Total War battles with this modification, also let me know, and we'll see if we can't make that happen too. Let's go help our boys out here. Come on, right into the enemy flank. Now, they are in a phalanx, but we're hitting their actual side, except for here, they've actually turned their phalanx. Pretty sneaky, although it looks like our men have actually broken off, or managed to break off some of their infantry here. We forced them to retreat, so I'll try to send these guys in. I think it comes down to how we do against those damn elephants, because if we had that cavalry unit to use, we would be in a much better place right now. 14 of 28, we are knocking down these large beasts, but of course it's taking a while. Come on! Spear them! If we can make them go berserk, as long as they're going away from us, that's also good. And it looks like that's what might be happening. Some of these elephants losing face. Although we do have enemy cavalry coming back, I think trying to get a flank attack. So you know what? I'm sending the general after them. I'm not allowing that. But you can see just how insane this battle is getting. We are not kidding here. Let's actually give them a disciplined formation here as they move in. Principes. See, the enemy's got some pretty incredible armor. I think it's going to take more than just some concerted and concentrated attacks to break them. Let's get our equites. It's actually probably a good time to drive off their missile units, because we can also get behind them. But it looks like they anticipated that. Man, the AI is decent. And they're going straight for our cavalry here with their own. Oh, look at the clash. Of course we have, you fool. We've discovered the enemy's hidden units. What's going on over here? I think we've got a retreating enemy unit and a bunch of dead elephants, guys. Let's turn this around. This would be an amazing victory for Rome. Absolutely amazing. I'll actually try to get the general here as well. But we've still got some equites that we could use, and we're putting them straight to use. Of course, even though the odds were against us, hopefully we can still come out on top. I want to try to spread our boys out evenly, and I also want to blast that Inspire call at the right time, which is going to be right when I'm among the actual enemy. But look at this. Looks like their equites came back to deal us some damage. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and blast that Inspire right now. So at least our guys fighting over here will be doing extra well. Got the general supporting them, of course. Let's see how the equites are doing here. Now, since the phalanx isn't facing us, they're not as much of a threat. Fortunately, the enemy still has some cavalry here. We're going to kind of ignore it in an effort to try and dislodge the phalanx. Look at that. Nice spear attack on that guy. Right in the throat. Good work, men. And we're also just tossing all sorts of rocks and projectiles into the enemy phalanx. I'm sure some of those rounds are making their mark, but maybe not all of them. Look at those damn equites. We'll try to get the general behind as well. Rufus will be known as a hero in Rome. The Senate will, of course, congratulate him, maybe even give him a triumph. And once again, they're back, and this time shock cavalry. Gotta go for the fight. If this keeps happening, we're probably going to have to get into diamond formation. Good work there. Immediately taking them off their horse. These bodyguards were not cheap, I can tell you that much. And some of them are amongst the best citizens in Rome. Let's just go ahead and get rid of the missile infantry. believe we can move the rest of our boys up. And don't worry, we will get a look, guys, at the casualties at the end of the battle. I wouldn't deny you that. All right, there we go.
General! Unbrightest advance! General!
They're almost totally broken here. Full cavalry charge. And this is, of course, in the rear of the phalanx. I think that right there is the most dangerous thing on the damn battle right now. The enemy Chalkaspides unit. And these are, of course, the elite heavy phalanx. The wealthiest of the wealthy among Greek society here. They can afford all sorts of armor, incredible spears. But we're putting an end to them right now. See if we can get another rallying cry here. We can very soon. And it looks like our Triarii are taking quite a lot of damage here facing the enemy phalanx. But the fight must go on. In fact, I want to see if we can't actually help our Triarii out. Looks like the enemy cavalry is coming in for more. They just refuse to give up, man. Absolutely refuse.
Jupiter gives us strength!
The enemy knows they have that numbers advantage, and they are trying to make the best of it. Let's hope that Maz is with us today. They're just the young Hastati, but what they lack for in experience, they make up for in just pure love for Rome. Love for their city. And there we go. Enemy is retreating. Are they retreating or no? They might be actually repositioning. Never mind. Never mind. Smash right into them. I want to stop that repositioning as much as we can. Fire. Right, these are our actual militia. Since we've got the enemy phalanx facing us, we're looking at the enemy phalanx, we're going to attack them. And we have killed the enemy general, finally. And it looks like actually some of the enemy units are retreating. Let's just see where he fell. So he actually fell somewhere back here. Let's see if we can spot that corpse. It's got to be that guy right there. Absolutely epic the way he looks. He was in that heavy phalanx. Not the one in the center, but the one on our west. And absolutely destroyed. I love it, guys. We're not stopping. Although I am concerned about our general. Bad things could happen, of course. It looks like despite the general dying, his bodyguards are continuing to fight. So we're going to have to change our tactics a little bit. No more melee calls, no more rallying cries, I should say, guys. So it's really just down to the men now. What do you guys think? Put your thoughts down below. Are we going to win this battle or are we going to lose it? Then at the end, you can see whether you were right or wrong. It looks like the medium phalanxes are going to retreat. That's going to give us a chance to do a flank attack on this guy right here. Oh, maybe not. Did we already get him? Okay, hey, even better. So we got to get over here to do a flank attack on that unit. Got some more spears. We may as well use them. Just want to trap the enemy in here as much as we can. The phalanxes really take a long time to knock out. Get him. The Kampanoi Hoplete. Our Principes here getting some really good training. Unfortunately, they were started at 150 men. They're now down to 68. But if you can bet that these 68 are just pissed. And they want to do everything they can to help out in knocking down this heavy phalanx unit. Once they're down, the battle can finally end. And Publius Rufus can go home to Rome to get a victory celebration. That's what I'm really interested in. Alright, we did have our Milites, our heavy spear infantry retreat. I think that's so far the only retreat we've had on our side, but perhaps more to come with all these Chalcospidis still in the battle, man. Unbelievable.
Commander, at your service.
Charge! See how the men are handling the Gampanoi. Definitely winning the fight. We're attacking them on all sides except for the back. We have even some troops here in the back fighting too, you can see. But mostly on all other sides. And slowly but surely, you can see that number dwindling. There's no shame in surrender, boys. Well, actually, in this time period, there probably is. Sure, of course, our Triadii carrying out this attack, the wealthier citizens of Rome. They can afford this really nice armor, really beautiful shields, too. You've got the standard tower shield, and you've just got also sort of the original shields here. Just large, round shields. And there we go. Another group of enemies routed. Amazing. I think I'm going to keep chasing them because I don't want these guys to reconstitute. And look at the fallen after the fight. Even just over here, some of them looking at their mortal wounds, coming to the realization of what is to come. But man, talk about brutality. Alright, we've got them here as well. That should be it, guys. I mean, unless we're forgetting a unit or two or three. Absolutely amazing. The men are celebrating. I'm not sure if it's the end of the battle completely, but we're certainly getting there. Let's go ahead and just reform. We're going to completely reform our legion. Look at that, brothers. Look at that. The spoils of battle. This was no easy fight. Another enemy general down, and Publius Rufus at this point can simply survey the battlefield. Survey this glorious victory. The men, of course, very happy, despite losing, let's face it, many of their brothers, hundreds of their brothers for sure, maybe even thousands when we look at the battlefield here. A lot of Roman red there on the battle, although, of course, as this mod makes it clear, and I love that, there is Roman red represented, but not like in the films. That came later with, you know, Marius, etc., everybody wearing red. A lot of differences here in the kind of outfits our men have decided to wear, but they all try to have a little bit of red in them there. Of course, we've also done a number to the Imperans and the Samnite League, and I hope we don't have to deal with them again. I hope the Samnite League is beaten once and for all. Now, of course, this is not a campaign, this is just a battle, but if you guys want to see a campaign with this mod, let me know down below, and we'll try to see if we can't start here from the early phase of Rome to, of course, her later victories. I think we still got one group of enemies coming at us, so we'll wait for them, and I will come back when they arrive. Now, despite the battle turning in our favor, guys, Rufus right there at the end fell. We were just ambushed, it seems, by the enemy forces here, attacking us almost without warning. We are managing to hopefully beat them here, but quite a lot of our men, of course, fleeing the field before the end here. Still trying to finish off the remnants of the enemy army. We're going to go ahead and finish off the town guard, and I think that's going to be it. But unfortunately for us to gain a victory, a good man had to die. Sometimes these things happen. As long as we can come out on top with victory, I think the Senate will be pleased. And we'll just have to raise another champion from the men that have survived here today.
Our hidden units have been discovered. Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Okay, we're gonna have some more slingers to deal with, and hopefully after that, no more enemy forces. But this battle has taken so long. If I didn't edit out clips of this, I think this could have been 45 minutes, an hour, I'm not even sure. Let's end it there. Don't think we need to continue chasing the enemy. A costly victory, of course, guys. And there we go. No mercy.